Okay, this is the Budokan version, so I've got to show you the arrangement at the end of this. But the rhythm, relative to its idea as a sound contour and a hand action. And the reason I was getting mixed up with the studio version is because the studio version changes fairly constantly with the fill. It changes on the downs. And also the fact that the G chords fall halfway between the A minor and the F. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the fill. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And so on. Right? And even the intro. Actually, that's sort of leaning towards what happens in the Budokan one. The intro to the studio version, and what happens is in the Budokan one, it's almost like the Jimi Hendrix one picked up on the. I think even Bob Dylan's versions, post Jimi Hendrix version, tend to incorporate aspects of that, as does virtually every other person's versions of it. And it's where the G falls. It pushes the G late. It makes it more syncopated. So it's like. So what happens in the Dylan ones, it lands on the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. If I take the chord fill out and just loop the chord line, the Dylan one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. The basic scheme. And the Budokan one is more like the Hendrix one, which instead of going on the G's going on the 3s, it goes late on the 4. So it's almost like a very quick stop off on G before it's straight to F. It's only one beat. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's much easier to be thinking of this change to be on the 4, 1. It's much easier than to be thinking it on the and. Because all that happens is again, you're lifting your hand early to getting caught on the upstroke, and you're on the downstroke on the G. So 1, 2, 3. Start changing after the third downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get that and bam. So it's because the rhythm thing, which we're saying we're trying to get the sound contour. It's much more subtle and difficult to get instrumental contours because you're much more oriented to listening to melodies and getting melodies because you've listened to music that way as a listener far longer than you as a player. But once you get used to that one upstroke before you get into your G chord. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and So you get the same pattern on A minor and F. Dun, 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 bam, bam, boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, 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 bam, bam. And again, you get that in your ear, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Your job is to work out how to get that contour embedded in an up and down, pulled out of an up and down motion of your right hand and a hand action, chord changes your left hand. And it's relatively simple because you shouldn't be diving straight into that. You should have gone through all the other permutations of it and built it up from ground and done your groundwork first, But yeah, so, and fortunately, because it's a league, I don't know if it's Dylan playing it or if it's a band member, but it's fairly consistent. So there's no other. I don't think there's any other kind of variations. other than improvisational variations. There's no part variations where a song part changes and you change the strum, because except for maybe the E minor G bit. So what you end up with is you get the verses. And at the end of the verse, instead of back to A minor, it's a new C. Same with doing the same with the pattern, and again and back to with this, which is the violin solo. So the E minor G is the guitar solo, and when it goes back to the A minor G, F G, it's this violin solo, and then it just transits into the next verse. Now the thing is I've talked about arrangement. The importance of the arrangement. So even though it's just now you've got two chord lines, you've got A minor G F G for the verses, song verses. You've got E minor G G if you're blocking it out over 4 bars for the guitar solo, and you've got then the A minor G F G, the same pattern as the verses for the violin solo. But you now have to pay attention to the number of lines in each section. So the verses, I break the verses into 4 lines. Some people call it an 8-line verse because I think of it as 2 verses blocked together. And some people just consider it one big long verse. So you've got. So as you're playing it, you're singing the tune. One line. 2 lines. 3 lines. 4 lines. And then second verse. 7. That's 7, sorry. And then 4. Now that's 1 line. 2 lines. Somebody's playing a lead guitar solo. 3 lines. 4 lines. And then the violin solo is over 2 of these. So this is the second one. So then the verse starts there. 3 lines. And so on. And then it's another 4 lines of that, So you have to know. You can't really be. You can't be thinking too much about the rhythm. You can shift your attention to check it and double check things and maybe make adjustments when you have to. But you're constantly coming back to where am I in the verse? Am I the third? How many times have I done this? How many times have I done? And the way to get that is to get to know the tune, because you just play and play. You're in the middle of a verse. You think, I don't know where I am, but you get to know what the words are that end the verse, maybe, or you can feel it coming up. Eventually, you know all the words anyway of any song that you'll play enough, and if you like playing it, you'll end up playing it enough to learn the words. But you've got to also, on top of everything else, you've got to be able to keep track of where you are in the parts, which is what I always end up doing in the classes anyway. So, but this is all part of the job. I'm hoping that we can accelerate the building of the building block, passing through the building blocks, so you get a functional version, and then to the point where you can take more control in navigating the arrangement and the song parts. So that's if you look at the in combination with this short video, or not so short video, you got all the notes for this version. So if you do want to learn to play it, there's nothing to stop you. On to the last one, the farm aid.